So much discording. How did you? Yeah. So for anyone a little bit squeamish, maybe turn off your ears for the next 30 seconds. But I hurt my middle finger. It's a crazy story, and I won't go into too much detail unless you want me to. But essentially, long story short, details skipped. I got out of my car. I was slamming my car door down, and I don't know what I was doing or why my middle finger was there, but my middle finger was, you know, if you have a car, you know, you got your windshield you got your windshield, and then you got your car door, right? And you got your like seat here with the dash and the steering wheel. My middle finger, or what? It wasn't even any other finger, right? My middle finger was right here, and my other fingers were like right here. I don't know why my middle finger was out, and I don't know why it was in the path of the door. But essentially, I slammed the door on my middle finger hard enough for the door to latch, which is why it got really. It wasn't like a light close where you just hurt for like a day. I slammed my door shut, and the door closed completely, and I started walking away from my car because I guess I went into full shock immediately, and my arm got tugged back because my middle finger was stuck, and I looked back and my middle finger was just stuck between the door, and then the pain hit. So that's how I injured my middle finger. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why my middle finger was there. I don't know how I slammed it that hard and I didn't feel it immediately. But yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but it is feeling a lot better than it was before. Somehow I didn't break my bones either. Because, like, how do you get your middle finger stuck inside a car door and it latches closed?
Buns64 asks, Finn, can you use your super secret powers and heal Maple's middle finger? Funds, the chipm. I mean squirrel extraordinaire. My powers are a bit limited, you see. Maple's middle finger is quite the mystery to even magical foxes like me.
Rusty!
Perhaps a sprinkle of fox-style healing magic, whistles innocently, could at least bring a smile. And maybe some mischief, too.
Rusty, how have you been? Long time no see. Chat, am I crazy? Did my left hand actually evolve and level up as we went through? Because I started with this before stream, right? And this, obviously I wasn't trying to do really good on mine, right? So this was supposed to be a rendition of me, right? And then we got funds here. And then we got SC terrain. And then we upgraded to distant medium. And then we had Dalrook. Then we had Woo Little Cog. And then finally ended with Glove. I feel like, oh my god. that's kind of crazy. That is actually kind of crazy. Rusty, how have you been, by the way? I hope you've been doing really good. It's good to see you. Like, I feel like if I hit F8, though, it's going to look terrible. Okay, it actually doesn't look terrible. Wait, this is crazy. This is crazy, chat. Is this how I unlock ambidextrous art? I was expecting that F8 to look terrible. That doesn't look terrible. Obviously, there's a few things I could fix, but that doesn't look terrible. Holy crap. Actual art what the heck? Also, this art, I mean, this gem is crazy. Pixel. That is insane. That is actually insane. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? I think, like I said, I don't think my right hand's going to be better anytime soon. Let me see how big flat is really quick, too. I'm trying to figure out how much, consciousness I have left before I have to end flat, before I have to end stream. Mark unread. Okay, we have 17. I think I can get through 17 flat submissions before the end of stream. Oops, 1 second. Thank you for the follow, Nathan Pisa Lover. How are you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Welcome on in. Nah, Pixel, not even. It's just different art styles. All right, chat, really quickly, if you wouldn't mind. We're going to be going into our final segment of stream, which is called Finn Look at This, where I look at stuff that y'all send me. It's gonna take maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna try and go through them relatively fast because I know my meds are hitting. I'm doing great, Nathan. Heck yeah. Are you in the US? Were you part of the ice storm? If so, I hope you've stayed warm and safe. Yeah, no. I don't think my right hand is going to be fully healed till next week, or rather in a place where I can actually grip my Wacom tablet pen for more than 10 minutes. So the plan for this week is I'm going to still continue my streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with art, but we'll continue doing left hand redeems as I try to get my left hand better. Try to improve my drawing skills with my left hand while I let my right hand rest. So if you want another left hand doodle redeem, feel free to come back on Wednesday. I stream around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, East Coast US. And yeah. Oh, I totally did, Javi. We had a few power outages. But yeah, been enjoying it. Wait, Taz, did you make this song? I see Taz the Wolf on that video. Hold up. Okay, before we go into flat, I gotta listen to this. Thank you, Roz. I appreciate it. Yeah, for those that do not know what flat is, if you join my Discord, exclamation mark Discord if you would like to join. In my Discord, I have a channel called Finn Look at This, aka Flat. Finn Finn Look L at a this T Flat. It's a channel that opens up when I go live and closes when I look at it. But essentially, this is a channel where if you ever wanted to show me something and get me and maybe my chat's reactions, whether it's art you made, art you received, music you made, etc., you can post it in there, and I spend the